Hi guys, and welcome to your prep phase one of the very new cycle. I will guide you through our first prep phase in detail, but first of all, I'm going to give you a quick summary of what we're going to do in this cycle. Specifically, the cycle starts today on the 26th of April in 2021, and it leads up to our second competition phase, which will be going down from October 9th to the beginning of December, depending on how the competitions lie. And as soon as we know more about how the winter looks like, I'm going to hook you up with the exact dates and how things shift according to the plan. Our first training phase is our prep phase one, starting today until the 6th of July. So it's a 6-week phase in which we will focus on weightlifting. It's going to be basic gymnastics. It's going to be the basics of our power building cycle. I'm sorry for that one. And 4 times long-term endurance a week. After 3 weeks in this prep phase one, there will be a slight shift. We will bring back the Saturday sensation on our Saturdays, and we will go down from 4 to 3 long-term endurance sessions, but the Saturday sensation will not be solely CrossFit. It's going to have long-term endurance elements. Our second prep phase starts on July 7th. The switch will be that we go down from 3 sole long-term endurance sessions to 2. We are going to have 1 midterm endurance session and 1 CrossFit session, which will still be the Saturday with a bit more of a long-term endurance implement. Our power building cycle will finish on the 12th week of this complete cycle. That means that we will test this week. I'm going a little bit more into detail for that in a bit. And we will test after our power building cycle between the 5th of July and the 18th of July, depending on how the season develops and if we need to taper or not. So this is when you will max out your back squat, your front squat, your bench press, your strict press, and your deadlift for sure. After our power building cycle, we will switch the focus because our second prep phase is done, and this will be our transition phase, which means that we have to transfer everything that we were building in the basics going into the more specific training phase. Still 3 weightlifting sessions a week, gymnastics twice a week, only 1 long-term endurance session with a bit more focus on active recovery, let's call it like that. 2 midterm endurance sessions. 1 will be specific, 1 will be unspecific. The specific sessions have a lot of implements like dumbbell snatches, wall balls, all that stuff that develops your specific midterm endurance. And 1 midterm endurance session will still be unspecific, so solely rowing or biking or running, anything like that. And then we will bring back the full send Tuesdays to ramp up the intensity like crazy and have 3 CrossFit workouts to bring things more to a competition-like setting. After that, we will have from the 16th of August until the 5th of September, a 3-week lasting competition phase one. This will be all specific, very reduced volume, and testing competition workouts to see where we at. What do we have to focus on in our immediate prep phase from the 6th of September until the 8th of October. So this will be 5 weeks of getting ready. We will kind of simulate the first prep phase for 1 week, then the second prep phase for 2 weeks, and then we will have basically 2 more weeks of specific training, and then you're good to go for the real competition phase, and we can see how you develop and how much you improve within this training cycle. So in this exact prep phase, we start our power building cycle, and that brings me to our first week of training. In this first week of training, shit hits the fan right away. That means that we test your front squat and your bench press on day 1, on Monday. That means today. This will be the session that you should focus basically the whole day on, because your power building cycle will be based on these measurements. Work for perfect form. If you fuck up your front squat and do your 1 rep max with a rounded back, chances are high that as soon as we have to go into our higher loads in the cycle, you will fuck up your form too. So please be safe on that one. For the bench press, most of you guys are used to bouncing the bar off your chest. For today, we want a controlled descent of the bar and a pause on the chest. That does not mean that if you're lying, you have to pause 1, 2, and then push up. Before you press, just come down, pause, press. Bar stands still, touches the chest, goes up from there. There will be paused bench presses, paused on the chest, pause during the pressing phase. So if you fuck up this one and enter a too heavy 1 rep max, you're going to fuck up the full cycle. Be sure to stay safe on that one. Tomorrow, on our Tuesday, we're going to test the back squat and the strict press. The back squat is pretty simple. Unrack the bar, go down, move back up again. I think everybody should be safe with that one. For the strict press, it's the same as for the bench press. Make sure that as soon as you feel that your ribs are flaring out, you're leaning back extensively and then have to push through. Ditch that stuff. Make sure that is a nice and perfect form 1 rep max. The most crucial test will be on Friday. On Friday, we are going to test your deadlift. Now, this is the one that fucks me up. Fucks me up because I get it. CrossFitters pull deadlifts like shit. And this is not about pulling a world record or a PR. This is a perfect form 1 rep max deadlift. I think that my words describe pretty good what I want to see in this one. If you skip to your Friday and read what I wrote about how you should test your deadlift, just make sure there is no rounding of your lower back whatsoever. There's no hip shifting. There's no hitching. There's no rounding of your upper back. It should be a perfect form deadlift. Again, there will be block pulls that will be pretty heavy. There will be pause deadlifts. So if you start hitching your 1 rep max, you will definitely not be able to complete those pause deadlift in the cycle. So make sure to not give yourself a bad start and just pull however you can. Make sure to pull with the best form possible to make sure that this power building cycle has the right stimulus for you. And if you normally pull 250 with a rounded back and today your 1 rep max is 170, I guarantee that there will be a huge deadlift PR right after the cycle if we test with let's call it give a shit form. All right. Other than that, this week will be pretty easy. Weightlifting are light loads. Gymnastics is a nice and easy entry. The rowing is just a long distance on Monday. Your workout for tomorrow is an EMOM on the gymnastics side, and that's basically it for the day. And then you have your test of your back squat and your strict press. On Wednesday is a long 10K run with a 50-minute time cap, so just take it easy on that one. Go at a sustainable pace. You should be able to barely not be able to talk on the run. It's a long bike ride on Friday. And that's basically it for the week. The Saturday has a bit more fun endurance workout, kind of a chipper style. Just enjoy this first week and then let's get back to real training next week. That was a long one, guys. Hope you're ready. I'm looking forward to get your responses on that one. I see you soon. Bye-bye.